After years marked by estrangement, heartbreak, and tension, the Cyrus family appeared to finally find common ground, attempting to stitch back together the fragile threads of their once unbreakable bond. The years weren't kind to them. Fame brought them into the limelight, but it also exposed painful rifts that were harder to mend behind closed doors. Yet just as fans began to believe that the family had truly turned a corner, a fresh wave of turmoil emerged, this time centered on 36-year-old Tish Cyrus and his unresolved feelings toward his father, Ray Cyrus. In a raw, emotionally charged moment last month, Tish took to social media to voice his anger, labeling his father as delusional and evil. The words were harsh, unexpected by some, but for Tish, they seemed to come from a place of deep-seated hurt that had been brewing for years. His public post revealed that beneath the surface of family reunions and interviews of hope, the past shadows still loomed large over his heart. Things briefly appeared calmer when Miley Cyrus, the family's most famous face, hinted in an interview that the so-called dark decade for the family was finally over. Her words painted a hopeful picture of healing, acceptance, and a future where old wounds no longer dictated family ties. But behind that public optimism lay a different reality for Tish, one where the scars of the past still felt painfully fresh. An insider speaking to Radar Online shed light on what was truly happening behind the scenes. Tish isn't done by a long shot. He wants his dad to suffer and feels angry that he's gotten a pass from the rest of the family after all the pain he's caused. For Tish, the idea that Ray might move forward without true accountability felt like betrayal, not just to him but to the truth of their shared history. Other family members, including their mother Tish Cyrus and siblings, reportedly tried to mediate, hoping Tish would let go of his public feud. They're all telling Tish to let it go and saying no good can come out of going after him publicly, the source explained. But for Tish it wasn't so simple. Letting go wasn't a sign of strength, it felt like surrendering to silence as though his pain, and the reasons behind it, didn't matter. But he's like a dog with a bone, the insider continued. He considers his father pure scum and this is his way of getting closure. He's asking the others to back him and threatening to raise merry hell if they don't. This relentless determination seems rooted in years of feeling unheard and unseen, of carrying resentment while the world only saw the smiling family at awards shows and red carpet events. Ray, for his part, is said to desperately want peace, hoping to rebuild what fame and personal decisions had fractured. He reportedly longs for quiet family moments away from cameras, where healing can happen naturally. But Tish's pain isn't easily silenced, and his quest for what he sees as justice makes reconciliation a distant dream. In the backdrop of these tensions, there's an undeniable complexity to the Cyrus family dynamic. Decades of shared success, private grief, and public scrutiny have created bonds that are both incredibly strong and heartbreakingly fragile. While the family's story has often been told in headlines, the deeper truths of individual wounds, choices made, and forgiveness withheld paint a picture far more complicated than a simple family feud. Tish's insistence on calling out Ray isn't just about anger, it's about acknowledgement. To him, moving forward requires facing uncomfortable truths, not burying them under polite silence. But for the rest of the family, keeping peace might seem worth the price of unspoken words. And so, a delicate balance hangs between them, the hope of reconciliation weighed against the need for honesty and accountability. Fans watching from afar can only speculate about the private conversations, the late-night phone calls, and the moments when family ties feel stronger than past mistakes. What remains clear is that healing isn't linear, and for Tish, the path to closure isn't paved with silence. For now, the Cyrus family remains a portrait of what it means to love deeply, hurt deeply, and struggle to find the line between protecting family and speaking painful truths. Whether they can truly rebuild trust depends on whether the wounds of the past can finally be faced, and if forgiveness, when it comes, can feel real. As of now, Tish's anger stands as both a barrier and a testament, proof that what happened mattered and still matters. And while Ray may wish to leave the past behind, Tish isn't ready. In this complex dance of hurt and hope, only time will tell if the family can truly find its way back together, or if some wounds will forever remain too deep to heal.